welcome into the third space, whatever time of the day and wherever you're joining us from. It's terrific that you can participate in this beautiful practice of sacred stillness. Tonight, I'm going to flow straight into the practice fairly quickly. So, if this is the first sacred stillness meditation that you've joined us for, then when you're watching it back online, please feel free to go back to one of the earlier practices because I give a bit of an explanation around the practice, and it's good. It's good to have a look at that. But for tonight or today or whenever you're watching, let's begin by getting a little bit comfortable. I want to welcome you and I want to honor you. I want to honor the fact that you have carved out some time and you have carved out some space and you have put this time aside to practice this form of meditation. And I want to honor you for that because you are taking care of yourself. You are joining with us and you are also opening your spirit to connect with the divine, with divine love. And that is a beautiful thing. This is a sacred time that we have together. And during the practice tonight, I would encourage you to open up the other senses of your being, not just your physical senses, but your spiritual senses and your intuition and other things, and begin to allow yourself to lean in and sense into divine love. This is a time of sacred connection within ourselves, with one another, and with the divine. So we're going to begin with a movement tonight before we are physically still. And this movement is designed to draw us in, to center us. And it's an invitation. You don't have to do this movement if you so choose not to, but just in whatever posture you are, I encourage you to take your hand or your finger and begin to draw the infinity sign in the air in front of you. It's the number 8 lying on its side. And begin to pace the movement around and around as it crosses through the center. And we're going to begin, or I invite you to begin to speak out the words, I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. You can continue to say that. You can say it out loud or in your mind. You might like to use bigger arm motions. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. Taking a deep breath in and gently and slowly placing your hand over your heart space. Feeling the air as it flows in through your nose, down deep into your body. As you breathe in, I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. Feeling that flow of air in through the body. Gently and slowly lowering the hand down into your lap, onto the side of the bed or the chair, the grass, or wherever it is you're joining us from. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to gently and slowly turn our chin towards our right shoulder. Looking over the shoulder, gazing, stretching the back of the eyes, opening up the chest with each breath in. And on the next breath out, gently and slowly turning back through center, all the way across to the left shoulder, gazing over the shoulder. Feeling the flow of air in through the nose, down the throat, deep into our bellies. Feeling a stretch in the back of our eyes. Noticing any sensations that we feel in our bodies as we take a deep breath in and exhaling, coming back to center. We observe with our internal gaze the very core of our bodies, noticing that the air flows all the way in and down. We're going to very slowly lift our shoulders up with the next breath in, our shoulders up towards our ears, rolling back on the exhalation. Breathing in, lifting the shoulders up towards the lower part of our ears. And as we breathe out, we really pull our shoulder blades together and stretch our chest out. And one more time, breathing in. Lowering the shoulders on the breath out. As we sit in this gentle posture of stillness, we slowly and gently draw our awareness to the very core of our being. We allow our attention and our focus to curiously dance over our nervous system. Where are we at in this moment? Where is our nervous system at? Just being curious in our mind. Moving gently and slowly across our bodies internally. Where are we carrying tension in our bodies? What's going on in our heart space today? Do we feel wired or a bit elevated? Are we able to breathe in and release some of that tension with the breath out? But for the moment, we're just being curious. about our state of being. Later in the practice, we'll turn that attention to the one who loves us with an everlasting love. For this time, we're exploring our own state of being, our own self. Drawing our gaze internally up towards the top of our heads. The flow of gravity is flowing over our bodies at all times. And as we scan down our bodies today, we're going to repeat the phrase, I am loved with an everlasting love, imagining the gravity flowing over us as that love that pours out from the divine. Beginning with the top of our heads, noticing that flow of gravity drawing us down towards the earth, holding us, embracing us, filling us, steadying us, flowing down over our forehead, flowing down around our eyes and over the bridge of our nose. I am loved with an everlasting love. That love expressed as gravity as it flows down over my cheekbones, my jaw, around the muscles of my mouth, noticing the jaw, noticing our tongue and our teeth, our gums inside our mouth, just allowing the bottom part of our jaw to drop down. Our internal voice saying, I am loved with an everlasting love. The gravity is flowing down over the back of our heads and our neck. The warm touch and flow over our shoulders. We pause here in our internal gaze, noticing the resistance, noticing the neck and the shoulders, noticing where we might be pushing up and resisting that flow over our bodies. Perhaps we need to yield to that flow, yield to that drawing down towards the safety of the earth. We breathe in, and when we breathe out, we remind ourselves, I am loved with an everlasting love. Lowering our shoulders. Pausing at the bottom of the breath. Pausing at the bottom of the breath. Noticing that continual flow of gravity drawing our bodies down towards the earth. Noticing our very torso and the core of our being. Noticing our belly muscles and our bellies. Allowing those muscles in that area to just relax, to rest, to not hold on so tightly. We feel that gravity, that flow, that stabilizing. I am loved with an everlasting love. We move around in our mind's eye to the back of our bodies. We feel that flow of love over us. We lean back into love. We lean back into the safety of divine love. My body is safe for me. My body loves me. My body serves my soul. The whole of me is loved with an everlasting love. We feel the flow of gravity down over our sit bones and flowing down our thighs, over our knees, those amazing joints. And as the gravity, which expresses the love, flows over our knees and down, draws any pain away with it, down our legs to our ankles, flowing down over our feet, all the way to our toes. We find rest in the stillness. We notice the flow of air. Maybe it's just a slight sensation, but we notice it. The breath of life flowing into our bodies, releasing that which does not serve us with every breath out. We breathe the breath of life in, drawing it all the way in, allowing that breath of life to nourish every cell and every fiber of our bodies. As we draw the air in, the oxygen fills our blood, traveling up into the very center of our nervous system, into our brains, and sending a message to our whole body and being. I am safe. In this moment, I am safe. Signaling to our whole nervous system, it's okay. It's okay. You have permission to rest. You have permission to be at ease. Be at ease. I am loved with an everlasting love. When our thoughts wander away, perhaps we let them drifting. That's okay. There is grace. We breathe it in. There is acceptance. Can we embrace it? Can we receive it? Can we extend it even to ourselves? Drawing that light and love into our very beings. We allow our mind and our attention now to feel the space that we're in, to feel the edges of our skin, to notice what's between the edges of our skin and that which is around us. The room that we're in. Perhaps we're sitting outside. We sense the trees around us. We are allowed to take up the space that we take up. We hear the sounds around us. Filling the air and traveling into our ears. We hear them and we're grateful. Grateful for every sound. Grateful for the lack of sound, should it be so. We're grateful for the sounds of life. the sounds of our own breathing, of the life within us. We allow them to nourish our souls. We turn our internal gaze back to the internal part of us, allowing our attention to dance its way down to the very core of our being, to the very center. We pause and listen for our very own heart beating. Sitting in silence for a few moments. Perhaps we can feel it or sense the rhythmic beating, but we listen for the sounds of the life within. Our beating heart reminds us, I am loved with an everlasting love. As we stay in this place in our mind and in our attention, we quieten our conscious thought. We quieten that voice within. We quieten so we can begin to sense with our other senses the presence of divine love, the presence of the one who loves us with an everlasting love. Allowing our spirit consciousness to be attuned, moving from our thought center up inside our heads and dropping down to our spirit consciousness. Sensing the presence of the one who loves us. opening our hearts, our spirits to receive that love, to connect and intertwine and dance within. Being held in the arms of the one who loves us, holds us and keeps us safe. Perhaps in our imaginations, we walk with this one, leaving behind the shadows of the valleys, the shadows of conflict, the challenges of the day or the month or the year or of our life. Perhaps there's shadows of situations, conversations, events. But in our imaginations, we walk into the green pastures, those shadows behind us. And we walk into the light of love. Perhaps we see ourselves in the pastures that are green, a place of safety, a place where we feel free to be exactly who we were created to be. In the warmth of the sun shining upon us, there is freedom. There is joy. There is gratitude for who we were made to be, for who we are in this very moment. Unique, one of a kind, wonderfully made. In this place of profound grace and love and acceptance, we breathe in the breath of life. Reminding ourselves, I am loved with an everlasting love. Trouble and strife melting away in this moment of awareness of receiving, of enjoying. The sacredness of stillness in the presence of the one who loves me with an everlasting love. Every breath a reminder, every sound a reminder. Our conscious awareness of the gravity, a reminder. We begin to allow our thought center to begin thinking thoughts again, gently and slowly, lifting our awareness to our bodies. We might like to lift our hand or our finger and begin to move the way we did in the beginning, flowing in the symbol of eternity. The rhythmic movement. Around and around, crossing through the center. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. I am loved with an everlasting love. We begin to take some deeper than normal breaths, breathing in through our nose, allowing the air to flow all the way down deep into our bellies. Sighing on the out breath. Breathing in, big breath, and sighing out. One last time, breathing in and sighing out. Perhaps you'd like to stay in this place of peaceful stillness. Please do. Please do. If you'd like to, you can take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, slowly and gently open your eyes and come back into the space, into the knowledge that you are loved with an everlasting love. Be at peace, my friends. Shalom.